Now, while folks across Georgia prepare for tonight's strong storm, some places are already feeling its effects. Now, this video shows storm damage from Mississippi. Trees have fallen on houses and cars, and some with their roots entirely ripped out of the ground. Plus, power lines are also down as authorities look to deal with flooding. Now, new video from Alabama shows just how bad conditions are there. This is a time lapse from Tuscaloosa. The storm has now moved through the city, battering other places like Montgomery, and tornadoes have swept through Alabama, Missouri, Arkansas, and other states. Reports show there have been more than 40 tornadoes. So far, at least 26 people are dead. Authorities are warning people to take shelter. Jason Allen has more on the storms and the damage they left behind.
Violent tornadoes spawned from an enormous storm system touched down in at least 7 states Friday night into Saturday.
Oh my God!
Near St. Louis, Missouri, the storms arrived in the dark, illuminated by lightning strikes.
I had glass flying everywhere into my face and my arms and everything.
Dan Lawnstrom took cover inside the cab of his tractor trailer in this community west of St. Louis. His truck slammed by another truck, pushed over by the high winds. He watched as the twister blew apart a nearby gas station and restaurant.
And there's tons of people up in the store that were just running around crying and screaming, and it was pretty scary.
Families in a nearby neighborhood ran for their basements. Joy Asdu and her children came back upstairs to find the entire second floor of their home gone.
I thought that we were gonna die. My kids was crying. I was just trying to cover their heads, and
Could you, when you're down in the basement?
we couldn't see anything. We didn't know what was happening.
The fast-moving storm caused blizzard conditions near Flagstaff, Arizona, resulting in this deadly 18-vehicle pileup. When the storm reached West Texas, it kicked up dust, leading to a deadly multi-vehicle crash. Winds sparked and then supercharged dozens of wildfires in several states. Homes burned to the ground in Texas and Oklahoma.
The front side and the back side of this neighborhood totally burned, and just so thankful that we didn't have any fatalities here.
In the northern plains, the storm is expected to drop.
DJ Lane shot this video from his front door in southern Mississippi, where several tornadoes touched down.
I was standing here, and my phone was pointed that way.
So we're looking out this direction.
Oh, man!
His mother and grandmother were in that mobile home. It was untouched, but the shed next door, full of heavy, uninflated bounce houses, went flying.
How much do these weigh?
Between 1,000 to 1,500 pounds apiece.
Each one?
Correct.
And somehow the tornado lifted all of this?
Picked it up.
That's the power of a tornado, lifting buildings and changing lives in seconds.
If they ever tell me a tornado coming again, I'm going the other way. I respect it.
Dust storms, wildfires, as many as 70 tornadoes, all part of one enormous line of bad weather.
It's pretty mangled.
Dakota Henderson helped his aunt through a bedroom window after it was the only room left standing in her Missouri home.
But it was a rough night. It was a really rough night.
Across the state, twisters killed at least a dozen people over the weekend.
It's really disturbing for what happened to the people, the casualties last night.
The same weather system is bringing heavy rain and hail to parts of the East Coast tonight, and there's even a threat of more tornadoes. And thousands of homes across the Midwest are still without power, while forestry officials in Oklahoma are concerned dry, windy conditions could increase the risk for more wildfires.
At least 34 people have died across Missouri, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Mississippi as powerful storm systems swept through the Midwest and South. The storms have left hundreds of thousands of customers without power, injured 29 people in Arkansas, and caused fatalities linked to wildfires in Oklahoma. Nearly 9 million people are under tornado watches, including in Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. Another 82.8 million are covered by wind advisories, particularly in the middle of the country. NWS said additional storm surveys will continue Saturday and in the coming days. The sky unleashed a monstrous tornado upon southwestern Indiana on Saturday morning. Its violent winds tore apart Gibson County, leaving a scene of destruction. This comes as the Forecast Center closely monitors a major tornado outbreak that is reaching its peak on Saturday and has already caused significant damage in multiple locations. Evansville resident Jay Burden captured video footage, seen above, of the tornado's path toward Oakland City from his home.
Yep. So,
I was just hoping everyone in the path had clear advanced warning to take shelter, Burden told local media. The National Weather Service warned that the destructive tornado had been sighted just after 4 a.m. and issued a particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning for Oakland City as the storm approached, including the cities of North Vernon and Seymour. The Forecast Center said a tornado outbreak is expected on Saturday across the central Gulf Coast states and deep south into the Tennessee Valley. Numerous significant tornadoes, some of which should be long-track and potentially violent, EF4, are expected in the afternoon and evening hours. More than 250,000 customers were without power across 6 states early Sunday, according to PowerOutage.us, a site that tracks energy providers. About 70,000 customers were without power in Georgia, followed by about 63,000 in Missouri. Another 42,000 were without power in Tennessee, followed by about 37,000 in North Carolina, about 40,000 in Michigan, and about 15,000 in Ohio were without power. Over the past 24 hours, more than 40 reported tornadoes have swept across 8 states in the Midwest and South, and the dangerous, severe weather threat continues. The 8 states with reported tornadoes in the past day are Alabama, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Illinois, Indiana, and Tennessee. Overall, there have been more than 500 reports of severe weather since late Friday, from the Midwest into the South, including not only tornadoes, but damaging wind gusts and large hail. A tornado watch designated a particularly dangerous situation remains in effect for much of Alabama and portions of Mississippi and Louisiana until 8 p.m. Central Time. The worst of the tornado threat will be over after this.
Compliance with safety rules is mandatory in such cases.